remember I had this moment where I was in a classroom by myself and just hanging some things on the walls. And as I was hanging the things on the walls, I was just like, I had this thought, like, what am I doing? Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Jaya Lynette. If this is your first time on my channel, welcome. I would love for you to go ahead and click the subscribe button and become part of my tiny but growing family. If this is not your first time on my channel, that's exciting as well. Oh my gosh, welcome back to more of this. For today's video, I thought it would be nice to kind of update you guys on my life, just an update of where I'm at emotionally and mentally and spiritually, as well as just kind of talk about, I'm moving a lot, but talk about some things that are on my mind. As of now, I am now 22 years old. It's 2019, I'm 22 years old, and I am doing pretty good. This week has been really good. I think the past couple of months have been really, really rocky, and kind of just, my life has been in like, I feel like everything is always cyclical and I'm always like on a roller coaster ride, but I think since graduating, it's almost been a year, which is crazy to think about, but since graduating, it's been up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down so quickly. For like 1 week I'm like, yes, I can do this, and the next week I'm just like, oh, I want to die. But that's dark. But it's the truth, and it's kind of the reality of where I've been over the last almost 10 months. It's been 10 months since I graduated. Oh, I'm just But okay, so long story short, kind of giving you guys the rundown. So basically, I graduated college last May, and sort of towards the end of the year, I kind of went through this, I think every senior in college, undergrad, starts to go through this kind of existential crisis where you're like, okay, what am I going to do? It doesn't help that everyone around you is always asking you, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? What are you going to do? And it's like, I don't know. I barely know what I'm going to do the next day when I wake up. But regardless, so I kind of got into that mode and just kind of freaking out about what was going to happen and not really sure. And I know that I want to create things, and I know that I want to do music, and I know that I want to maybe continue to do YouTube. I know that I want to, like, all of these things, but I don't really know how that's going to manifest. And so kind of in my fear and in my anxiety and in my, oh, beautiful bird, in my fear and my anxiety and in my stress, I started just looking online for things that would fulfill, like, would just give me something to do. And I stumbled upon City Year, which is, if you don't know about it, it's basically, it's a AmeriCorps program that places 18 to 25-year-olds into schools, under-resourced schools, or schools that could use some help, or to basically bridge the gap and help students who might be at risk for dropping out of school, or might be at risk for having behavior problems. Have some, like, a mentor or a friend or tutors to help them sort of get back on track. It's an amazing program, and I think that the work that they're doing is fantastic and wonderful. And I honestly can say, like, people have their opinions about it, but I personally think it's a beautiful thing that they're doing, and it makes a lot of sense in the grand scheme of things. However, for me personally, it wasn't, I found myself, I think because I chose to do it kind of out of fear and out of anxiety and out of panic, that I think that choosing to do it wasn't necessarily the wisest decision for me. And I found myself kind of a quarter in and just not really sure what I was doing. I remember I had this moment where I was in a classroom by myself and just hanging some things on the walls. And as I was hanging the things on the walls, I was just like, I had this thought, like, what am I doing? Like, I just didn't feel any semblance of connection to the person that I had kind of, the role and the person that I had put myself into. And so I kind of came home, and I mean, so City Year, they will tell you, like, it is incredibly hard work. It's very challenging. The public school system is not great in America, in the United States. And so day in, day out, it's like 12-hour days. Like, you're working with kids, and kids are wonderful and I love them, but sometimes they can be challenging. You don't have enough sleep, you don't make enough money, so it's very hard. And so I think that also played a role in it. But I think so much of me deciding ultimately to leave City Year had to do way less with how hard it was in terms of like the actual work itself, and more with me realizing that role wasn't something that I ever kind of identified with, and I felt as though continuing to operate in that role without feeling that connection to it in a rooted sense was doing a disservice to the students that I was serving, my teammates, and also myself. And so it came down to really talking with my mom and my dad and my siblings, and journaling and praying and really doing some inner work to see, like, what is it about, like, why am I in this place? Like, why did I choose to be in this place? And peeling it all back, realizing I chose to be in that place not because this is hard to say on camera because it sounds awful, but not because I truly was invested in the institution of City Year, but I chose to do it because I was scared that I wouldn't be able to do anything else. And I think that realization that was the reason why I ended up in that position gave me the courage and the wherewithal to quit and to leave and to decide that I was going to make a different choice for myself. And it was hard. It was because at that point I had built some really strong and wonderful bonds with my students, and I got to meet and work with some of the greatest educators, and like, I know I did not agree with or find peace in necessarily the environment that I was in, but my partner teacher was incredible. She was so kind and so cool, and her last name was also Mitchell, which was cool. Shouts out to her. And my students were fantastic, and my team was fantastic. I had one of the best teams in City Year Denver. I mean, I'm sure other teams could say that their teams were the best too, but my team was so supportive and so kind. And when I decided to leave, that my students and my partner teachers and the other faculty in the school and my team and my manager were so supportive, and they were so like, yes, if this is what you need to do to take care of yourself and to really invest in yourself, like, go. Like, and I think it was so hard to leave all of those people, but it was so uplifting to, I mean, I still, like, so most of my students, I still follow them on like Instagram, and they just, the fact that I explained to them sort of that I was leaving, because I didn't feel like it fit, but the way I explained it to them, I was like, I need to go and like pursue my music, and I need to pursue my creative passions, and I need to do the things that are going to feed into me, which then will allow me the space and the emotional capacity to feed into other students and students around me, and to serve my communities from a place of gratitude and love, and not serving from a place of fear and anxiety, because that's not serving, that's, I don't know what that is. But they were just so amazing. People always say that middle schoolers are the worst, but those kids were like, no, Miss Jai, you go, like, I'm so proud of, I remember a student saying, I'm so proud of you, you're such an inspiration. And that to me is way more important and way more valuable than like keeping the job just to keep the job. Like the fact that like me choosing to step out on faith in that way, and to make a choice that says, no, this is not the life that I need to be living, and I'm gonna live a life that's fulfilling to me, and to have a baby look me in the face and say, I'm so proud of you, that's such an inspiration. I think that is a true testament to like, God can get glory out of any situation. He can make any situation that seems dark and dim and confusing, but because who knows, like down the line, if one of those kids, one of those girls, one of those boys will be in a place where they're concerned and like want to make a decision like this, and then they can say, oh, I remember Miss Jai, like she stepped out, she did what she felt was best for her, and who knows what that kid will become. So I say, I'm rambling a lot, but I say all that to say that like that's kind of how, so I got through city year, or I got through the 3 year, 4 months that I was there, quit, and then I started working for this company called Creative Dance Kids, which is awesome because I get to teach dance to elementary school students, elementary school kids, which is so much fun. They are a handful and they drive me crazy, but I love them, and I'm happy, and it's part-time, so it's not a lot of money, but it's something, and I get to do it on my own, and I get to kind of make my own life and make my own schedule. I guess this video has kind of turned into me telling you about quitting my job and how that has changed my life. And yes, it has been a roller coaster that has been up and down and sideways and backways, but it has been probably one of the greatest decisions I've ever made. And I don't know where I'll be or where it will lead me in the future, but I do know that I am proud of myself, and I'm in a place right now where I feel grateful, and I feel happy, and I feel fulfilled, and I think about all of the things that have happened since then. So I got my job with Creative Dance Kids. I have an internship with this events production company kind of thing. I kind of fill out spreadsheets most of the time, but it's really fun, and we're putting on some really cool events this summer, and I'm learning more and more about that side of things, which is something I'm really passionate and interested in. I've been writing like music, which, God, I haven't done that in so long. I've been writing music and spending a lot of quality time with my boyfriend, Ian, which we have a channel together. We have a group together called PB&J where we make music. I'll link the channel somewhere around here or down below. You guys can go check that out and subscribe to us if you want. But yeah, so I've been spending a lot of time with him, and quality time with him, and quality time with my family, and calling time with myself. Yeah, it's been fantastic. And yes, the thing is that there have been so many things that have been like awful, and I don't want this video to come off as me being like, I quit my job and now my life is perfect, because no, that's not true. Like, my life is far from perfect. I have like $0, you know. I don't have all of the things that I could ever want right now, but what I do have is like my time and my peace and my joy and my freedom, and that to me is the most important thing. All those other things like apartments and dreams and all of those things, I believe will come to me. They're already on their way to me. I just am assigned and tasked to be grateful and to be present in this moment and this time and where I am at right now. It has been quite the journey, and obviously I'm by far way from being done, but I think in this moment where I am today is good. If you want to know more information or like follow me or anything like that, my Instagram is JaelLynette at JaelLynette. And then if you want to follow Ian and I's Instagram with our music, it's PB&J Duo. Thanks for watching. This is my journey, and welcome to it. We have been holding that in forever. This is my journey. Welcome to it. This is my journey. Welcome to it. Oh, hell no. Bye, guys. Thank you so much for watching. God bless you all, and I hope to see you in the next video.